Welcome to New and In Between, hosted by me, Mia Quinn Maddox, where I'll be discussing the hows and whys to my journey towards my faith. I've learned through my highs and lows that this path is not mine to travel alone. Join me mid journey as I embrace my wins, losses, and everything in between. All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to New and In Between. I am your host, Mia Quinn Maddox, and here I am. What's up, everybody? This is season three, and I am doing just a little recap because I just wanted. as a matter of fact, I'm doing this recap because I've just gotten an influx of followers and subscribers, and I'm so grateful for all of these new people that I have following me and that I have watching the podcast. So I just wanted to give a little update about where I am right now. I'm close to closing up the end of season three, which was my um, not so much dedication to black men or to men, but just I have a mix of guests, but I really wanted to focus on a lot of the dope men that I know. And so for season three, I tried to do that, and I had some great people. My nephew, I had my oldest nephew Maddox, and we had a great conversation, which I really thought was important for us to have this conversation about what his plans were for the future because my mom and his parents are asking, and we've been asking him for so long since he probably was 13, and he really didn't know. And we were not that we were getting worried, but um, I just wanted to have a conversation with him to see where he was at. He was also a guest on my first season. So those who haven't seen, we did an episode called "Being the First" because I'm the firstborn, he's the firstborn, and firstborn kids. We are the testers, and um, we are a certain kind of person. So it was fun to talk to him about his perspective of being the first and my perspective of being the firstborn and that was in my first season, and then just recently he just came back and we talked about him. He's learning. He's driving. He's not learning to drive. He's driving now, and what he thought driving was going to be and what driving is really. And it was just interesting to hear his perspective. He's such a great conversationalist, so I love to have him on. So if you haven't seen, check it out. And I had a good friend of mine, Jorge Del Toro, who we worked on. He actually was one of the people that I met um, when I first started my entertainment, film and television career. And we've been friends since, and we've, just followed each other's journeys. And I've also got to witness the growth. He started as a camera assistant, and now he's a camera operator. So I've been able to see the growth in his career, and now he is a director, and he has um, a film of his dream film that he's working on. And I don't want to mess up the name, Reconnoisseur, or I'm sure I'm messing it up, but a great film that he's working on, which is about dementia. Um, and it was really interesting, and it brought me to a lot of thoughts of just as my mother is getting older and my aunts are getting older, the things that they go through as they get older, and just giving them grace and understanding that maybe they're not as sharp as they used to be, and sometimes they do forget, and maybe they do move a little slower. And I mean, it's not dementia, but just in being more empathetic to to older people, and knowing that they can't do what they used to do, and giving them a little bit of grace, and just trying to understand their where they are and where they are in their lives, so that we don't get so frustrated from my elders. They're important. So I had Jorge on. I had a good friend of mine, Torea. Torea is a rapper, actor. He has shows on. He has his own radio show, and we went to high school together. So it was really dope to have him come on, and we just talked about him being a widower, which we just don't think about. Like we know that. You think as a widow as a woman, but you just don't think of the other half. So it was a great conversation just talking to him about where he is in his career and where he is in life and him getting back into church. and it was dope. He also gave me a cute little thing that me and my sister do now. Counting the hours is 24 million, and not allowing people to subtract from our 24 million that we've been given for the day, be it for being angry or for just for all the things that take away from the peace. We look at it as that's our 24 million, and now if I call her and I complain about something, she's like, how much did that cost? And it just makes me think when I'm going through a situation or when I'm about to get angry about something, or I'm like, nah, let me save that. I'm not wasting my money. So shout out to Torea for giving me that dope 24 million for the day, concept that me and my sister have taken on. So it's pretty dope. And I had Sky Heaven. Sky Heaven's not a she wasn't part of my males, but it was Domestic Violence Awareness Month. It was a whole long month. It was so many things that happened in that month. And she has a foundation, United Lose Foundation, that she created in honor of her mom. And she does things to help, domestic violence survivors. We don't think about the process after, and she did. She actually she did, and she's helping, and it was great to have her here and talk about it. And if you haven't seen that episode, that's also up, and there's a donation, because donations, we also spoke about how important it is to donate. Donate clothes, donate money, donate time. It's very important because it helps those who don't have. And I'm someone who donates all the time, but I don't think about, I just give because I have the excess to give, and I have the I just have whatever it is that I have to give. I give away a lot of clothes because I am a shopper. I also have a lot of access to clothes from working in film and television. When shows end, we do donate a lot of clothes. So I'm able to, that's how I give, that's how I donate. And I don't really think about once I give it away, I'm like, all right, I feel good that I was able to give something to someone, but I don't think about the impact that it has. And she was able to share the impact of the clothes that I donated to her, and how many families they were able to help, and the tears of gratefulness that people had when they were receiving things. And it made me feel good because I don't ever think past just the deed. I'm like, okay, I have something, here you go. I don't think past of I don't think past it. So she was able to give me that, a little joy from that. So it makes me also want to give more and do more and volunteer more. So shout out to Sky, Sky Heavens, United Lose Foundation. I also had my homie Aron Gatson, and we just spoke about, he's a real popular. I didn't realize that he was so popular. We bowl together. He's part of my bowling family, and we kind of don't get into each other's intricate lives. We just bowl. We come. We have a good time, and he knew that I had a podcast, and he was great. It was great. I was grateful that he even wanted to do it. So yep, he did my podcast, and we spoke about his experience in jail, and he's also a widower. His experience with his ex-wife and cancer, and we spoke about his daughter, and it was really a great conversation for me because um, my father was in and out of prison throughout my life, and I just never thought about how he felt. And we don't think about how men feel. I mean, I don't, and I'm just saying for myself, because I don't want to have everyone like, I know, how that goes. So, ladies, I'm just saying for myself. Um, Sometimes I think about how I feel, how my feelings were hurt, but I don't think about the other person's. Like, I didn't think about how my reactions and how I treated my father, how he felt about that. I just knew that, my expectations weren't being met of him being a father, and then my feelings were hurt, and that justified my behavior towards him. So it was kind of a healing experience for me too. We had a great conversation, and he's super dope, and I got to know him more. And yeah, Aron is one of my favorite people right now. So shout out to Aron. Thank you so much. I'm super appreciative of him taking his time out and coming and sitting on the couch with me and speaking about something that was so personal to him. So shout out to Aron. And then I had my friend Fred Tessier, who owns Tessier Properties, this super big real estate enterprise that he birthed in during the pandemic, and it's grown. And I've gotten to witness through social media just the growth of his business. He's also it's helping me in the process of buying my first home. So I was grateful for him. He drove really far on a Saturday. You know, we all know Saturdays are real estate brokers days, and he gave me his Saturday, and he came and we sat down and we talked about just the importance of buying a home, of owning real estate, and the different careers within real estate. And we spoke about the needs of a real estate agent, which I thought was really important because we as consumers don't know. You know, I'm not a real estate broker. I don't know that, and not to say that I don't know, or people, we're making excuses for people, but we don't know how um, those few minutes of lateness can really offset your day. And responding to emails and making sure that we're prompting our response to you because it's our process. You know, it's just things that sometimes might go over people's heads. So we spoke about that, about what he needed as a real estate broker, and it was great. So, it was a great conversation, and I'm really grateful that I was able to dig into my these are men that are have been placed in my life indirectly or directly, but that I draw inspiration from, and that I think are just great. And I say that I think they're great because I know there's always someone who could say something else, and that's not my concern. Like, my experience with these men have been amazing, and I think that they just show, like, I get to see my prayers being answered. I prayed for Aaron's and his daughter's relationship to um to be mended because I know how my relationship was with my father. We weren't speaking into his dying day. Like, I had to forgive him in a coma, knowing that we weren't even in a good place. So it was just a great, for me to see just my prayers being answered through my friends, and watching the power of God through my friends, and watching my friends go back to God, from falling on their face and hitting rock bottom. So it was just a great um, way for me to share some of the dope men that I know, with everyone. So I think I hope you guys thought that everyone was great and amazing. And I'm still looking for other people. I don't know everyone, but I love to showcase, the dope men, because sometimes we do give them, such we give them such trouble, us women, we do, from our experiences of being their girlfriends and their wives, and you know things. But some of them are really dope, and I really wanted to just showcase that. So shout out to all the men that came and sat on the couch with me. I still have a couple more. I'm actually coming towards the end of the season, and I'm coming up to my year anniversary. I'm so happy. I've been almost doing this a year, one whole year. I'm so proud of myself. Like, I am so proud of myself that I've been consistent. I've pushed through. Even today, I pushed through. I still work a full-time job. I'm a wardrobe supervisor, in film and television. I work on a very fast paced episodic show called FBI Most Wanted, where my sister is the stunt actress. I like to say that because she's dope, and we don't really know a lot of black stunt actresses, and my sister's one. So, anyways, I work a full time job, sometimes 65 hours. My day starts at 5 a.m. I'm up at 3 a.m. I was tired. I was tired today when I was really tired, but I had to push through because this is mine. I wake up, I'm on time, I'm at work, 5 o'clock. I push through. I'll set 100 rooms. I'll make sure everything is great. I drive through snow, rain, sleet. So I woke up and I got here today because this is mine. And if I could pour into somebody else and not pour into mine, then what sense does that make? So I had to push through. Got here today. It was really important for me to do this recap episode because I'm just like, wow, I'm about to come up on my year anniversary. I'm approaching the end of season 3. I'm just so grateful for everyone who has given me their time to drive into the city or drive to my home. My first season was done in my home, and I'm beyond grateful, like, for just my friends. Like, it also makes me think, because I'm always like, oh, I don't have very many friends. I don't have very many people that I hang out with on a day-to-day basis, except for my sister. But I do have tons of friends and tons of people and associates and people who really, really see my vision and really believe in me, and they're giving me their time, and they're driving hours to come here and sit down and talk with me, and I'm grateful. And also too, my past guests, I'm getting to see like stuff like Brian who has the clothing line. Oh my god, why can't I remember his clothing line right now? Either way, Brian was on my podcast, and I'm just watching his clothing line grow and become so dope. I mean, it's just amazing to see my nephew from the first season to now, how mature he's getting, and my friend Sharon and Anthony. Anthony is so dope because I've known Anthony. Anthony Freeman Jr. was a guest on, and he is they own a transportation company called Free Ride Transportation, and I know his dad for forever. We worked together. When I was in the music industry. And we speak ever so often, and he gives me such great advice, just advice on life and work that I really take, and it really helps to change things. So it's just really dope that how this podcast is just connecting me to people who I've known, and making us closer, or just giving me insight or inspiration, or like I'm making new friends from this, and I'm gaining a community of followers on Instagram and TikTok and Facebook, and I'm getting subscribers. And it's so overwhelming, the joy that I feel and the greatness I feel, because I started this. I didn't know what I was doing. I had no idea. No idea. And I've had tons of people help me, Tanya and Tim and Cyrus. I mean, I've had people pour their time, like lots of their time, into helping me to get to this point where now I could do this by myself. So shout out to everybody, like to everybody, to the studio, to just even the person who gave me this. Shout out to Alex for giving me giving me this studio. Like this studio is clutch. This studio that I'm in right now is so clutch, and it's so like it just makes my dream and my vision come together so much more easier. So I'm just grateful. I'm in such a grateful place. So I'm trying to plan something really great for my anniversary. I hope it comes to be. So check it out, click like and subscribe, and there's my recap. So if you haven't seen of the past episodes, watch. They're all there. They're all great. Leave me comments. Let me know. I'm looking for ideas. I also don't mind people like I'm not in a big studio, but I want to have maybe 4 or 5 people come and just watch, and it's like my little talk show. So hit me up on Instagram. Hit me up. There's always to get comments and suggestions and things to me. So click like and subscribe. Follow up on all my old episodes, and I look forward to showing you guys what's next. I'm Mia Quinn Maddox. Peace. Do and in between. Check it out. YouTube. Click like and subscribe. 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 Thanks.